What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode here on the channel presented by rswrestlingnews.com. And today we are going to be discussing a report by PW Insider in regards to this year's WB 2023 draft. Now, WB kicked off the draft on Friday Night SmackDown on the April 28th edition, and they are continuing it on the Monday Night Raw of May 1st. And there's a bunch of names, including Brock Lesnar, that are going to be drafted. On the first night, you had guys like Roman Reigns, Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, Cody Rhodes, the Usos with Paul Heyman, and a bunch of other people, The Miz. They also called up some NXT talent, including NXT Women's Champion Indy Hartwell, who's dealing with a really nasty ankle injury. And you have the NXT Women's Champions in Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, Zoe Stark, Apollo Crews, JD Madonna, Von Wagner. A couple of those from NXT, they were called up to the main roster. Also, you had Omos, who is now a free agent. Not in reality, just in storyline purposes, he's out there. Anyway, so PW Insider came out with a report today, and they were talking about how, look, for years and years and years, you've heard stories of WB talent being drafted to, Raw, from Raw to SmackDown and vice versa, and not knowing about it in advance until it actually happened live. That's been going on for years, really dating back to the original one in 2002. What was interesting was, and they also noted that NXT talent, except for one, didn't know on Friday that they were going to be moved up to the main roster. Okay, that's not really a shocker either. But what is interesting is PW Insider reported that there were some big-name talent that were not aware that they were going to be moving brands. And I find that very interesting because if you're talking about big names, there's really only a handful of those, right? Obviously, Roman Reigns probably knew for certain he wasn't going to leave SmackDown. And if he was, it's not going to really matter because he worked such a limited schedule. But the fact that you don't tell your top guys that, hey, you're going to be changing travel schedules and, hey, everything like that, I've always found, and I find especially with big name talent, but just talent in general, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think WB, if you want to avoid spoilers and everything like that, there's really no good way but, hold a meeting, 10 minutes before the show starts and be like, look, guys, this is where you're going. Just a heads up. Start texting the wives, the girlfriends, tell your kids, etc. Instead of just all of a sudden shock. And if word gets out, then word gets out. But at the end of the day, these people are humans. They got their own lives, right? I think we put careers way over our lives in general, especially these guys that brutal road schedule and everything like that. But anyways, that's the latest in this video. rswrestlingnews.com for more, and I will see y'all in the next video.